Hello and welcome everyone to the Shadow Isle tier list. We're going to be rating all the Shadow Isle followers from S, A, B, C, D, F, and the champions will be rating last all the way down here. Let's get started with some pesky Spectre action. Pesky Spectre, is this a 300? Yep. Pesky Spectre, 0 mana 1/1, ephemeral. Last breath, create 2 copies of me in the enemy deck. He lives up to the name. Pesky Spectre. So he does count for Hecarim level up. I personally wouldn't run him in a Hecarim deck, but it's not bad if you want to throw him in. Without even the last breath thing, he would still, I think, be good. But the fact that he is created in the enemy deck just give them units and annoy or stall out the enemy or ruin their momentum or whatever, that's an extra bonus. So I would say B for now. He's probably going to be a low B in my opinion, but we shall see. Ravenous Butcher, 0 mana 3/2. To play me, kill an ally.
I hereby say, bloop.
Hey Silas, bloop to you too. 0 mana 3/2 to play me, kill an ally. I don't really play Ravenous. I guess he is a good unit with Kindred. I guess I always forget to grab him. Good unit. You can't really play him turn 1. Not that I can think of, unless I guess you drop the Pesky Spectre and then Ravenous Butcher him. I think there is Shadow Isle aggro. Like I've went against Shadow Isle before. By turn 3, they are so wide and they're hitting so hard with the Ravenous Butcher plus the Cursed Keeper combo. Is he better than the Pesky Spectre? Yes. I'll say B. How goes things and stuff? Good, man. How about you? Bark Beast, 1 mana 1/1. Weak stats. The first time an ally dies, grant me +2/+2, so it becomes a 3/3. The issue with Bark Beast is you're playing him, but you're waiting for the payout next turn, hopefully, to get into a 3/3. But, I mean, there is a way where you can get him 3/3 if you're attacking with ephemerals, and they sometimes don't notice that he's going to become a 3/3. But we're not going to go off on that. Bark Beast, not a huge fan of. I think Ravenous Butcher is better, but I'm not a fan. But it's an okay unit. It's not a C. I can't go as far as C. He's probably going to be a low B, mid to low B. Is he better than the Pesky Spectre? Yeah, I think so. Boisterous Host, 1 mana 2/1 Hollowed. Great units. Hollowed units are always good at any stage in the game. There is even Okosu. Welcome. There's even sometimes when you're against an enemy, they'll let you hit face instead of giving you hollow points. Instead of killing this and giving you hollow points, so you're able to deal damage. Great unit with Shadow Isle spells, Hate Spike, and Death's Grasp. So good with Hollowed. So high B for sure. It might be the strongest B tier, by the way. Moving on, Burgeoning Sentinel. We're just gonna call her the Miss Irish. 1 mana 1/2. Weak stats, Fearsome. The first time you kill a unit with a spell, grant me +2/+1. I'm so glad it's not the first time you kill a unit with Darkness, grant me +2/+1, because that would be so limiting and would make her really bad. Very easy to kill units with spells, especially with Shadow Isle. Now, how good is she? She does become a 3/3, 1 mana 3/3 Fearsome. which is not bad. But you do again have to wait until that happens. You have to kill a unit with a spell, by the way. At least it's not an enemy unit. I do think she's better than Bark Beast. Well, maybe not. I don't know. Is she better than the Pesky Spectre? The thing that's buffing the Pesky Spectre is that this is a free Hecarim point. I think this way. I think the Pesky is more optimal. Not bad. Planning on switching from Windows 10 Final to Linux. Specifically with Novara variant. I want to try that this week. Let me know how that goes, man. Best of luck. Fireth, Reaper of the Sands. The Reaper of the Sands. 1 mana, 1/1. Can't block. Ephemeral. When I'm summoned, I improvise. Another good Hecarim unit. I definitely think this is definitely better than the Pesky. And in fact, I would go as far as here. Because this is a Hecarim unit. And you're also getting a weapon. You could hit the Scout, and then Hecarim gets Scout, or you could hit the Impact. And there's good. I mean, Hecarim does already have Overwhelm. But you can throw Scout or Overwhelm on other followers or something. Weapons are always good. So I would put him right there. I think this guy is definitely better still. Alright. Hapless Aristocrat. 1 mana, 1/1. Last breath, summon a Spiderling. Great control unit. I would definitely go here. Maybe here, actually. Great control units. If you're against aggro, this is a great unit. Block, you get another 1/1. Also, a great unit for Elise. Obviously, because you get a Spiderling, and that helps her level up. So I think, you know what? Maybe here. The weapon choice is I think better than this. Okay. Oblivious Highlander, 1 mana, 2/1. Okay, stats. Play, grant an ally in hand ephemeral and reduce its cost by 1. That is a very strong effect, especially on a lot of Shadow Owl units. There's a lot of Shadow Owl units that benefit from this, and doesn't even in a way buffs them. Because, for example, the Deathless Knight, he's somewhere down here. Yeah, the Deathless Knight, when he's granted ephemeral, he gets a 1/1. So he gets reduced and he gets +1/+1. And then you have the Curse Keeper, of course, who you want to die, and he also gets reduced. Such a good buff. I would go maybe here. Very good. There have been cases where I want to drop Hecarim at turn 5, even though he's ephemeral. I just know by turn 6 we're going to lose the game against certain decks. So I just all in and drop Hecarim at 5, attack, and hope that we have it. And yeah, we do. It's gonna be a big undertaking. I'm hoping that my most support programs still work. We'll see. Best of luck, man. Is he better than the Reaper? I think so. There are the cases where you don't have units to give this to, but if you hyper focus the deck on ephemeral, it works. The cost reduction is so strong. So I think this is good. Proliferating Dark Wraith, 1 mana, 1/1. Bad stats. Last breath, create in deck an exact copy of your strongest Proliferating Dark Wraith in deck, then double the stats of Proliferating Dark Wraiths in deck. I've never made... Man, that's a big... that is a paragraph if I've ever seen one. I've never made a Dark Wraith deck, but obviously, you can win games with this card. I might even go. I mean, I have never made a deck around this thing, but it can get. You can win the game with just this card, and like a bunch of other control spells. Just stall it out until this thing hits like 100. So this has to be S tier. Even though I've never made a deck with this thing, the fact that it can carry the game by itself, a unit that can carry the game by itself, it's got to go S tier. So, S tier. Shackled Ghasts. 1 mana, 1/1. Bad stats. Last breath. The next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. Interesting. Another card I have never played, I don't think. Next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. So, interesting. It doesn't have to see it, apparently. Last breath, the next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. I don't know. Create a copy of this, so you're getting another 1/1. Well, I mean, that sounds bad. Next time you revive an ally, create a copy of me in hand. I might be misunderstanding this, but what is the point of getting just another 1/1 in hand? 1 mana, 1/1. Is it just the worst minion? It's just infinite guess. Is that the whole point of this? The stats are horrible. So, I don't know. I don't want to go D, but it might be a D. I'm not gonna go F because it is an infinite unit, I guess. And it looks like it's supposed to be for a deathless deck. I don't know. Is this F tier? I don't think I've ever seen anyone play this. And for good reason, apparently. I'll keep it at D for now. Alright. Sinister Poro. 1 mana, 1/1 fearsome. One of the better Poros. Much like the elusive, you're most likely going to hit face with this turn 1. Because it's fearsome. Very, very few. There's only one unit that can block. That is a 3 attack. One unit that is a 3 attack that can block in the game, and that is the 3/1 in Shurima. Forgot its name though. And that is it. So good Poro. I would go. I think right there is good. I would definitely put the Aristocrat above. Only because this is a great control unit. Okay. Stygian Onlooker. 1 mana, 2/1. Nightfall, grant me +2 and fearsome this round. A great Nocturne card. Also, 1 mana, 4 attack. Fearsome is very scary. Very, very aggro-y unit. 1 mana, 4 attack fearsome is very scary to deal with. Another B tier, but I would say... It doesn't always work out. This is good at any stage in the game. This is not. So I can't put this above this. But in certain aggro decks, this can be a big problem. It's one of these two. I'm going to go here. I do think this is a bigger threat than the Oblivious Highlander. Okay. The Wings and the Wave. 1 mana, 0/1. Horrible stats. Play me as the first wave, which is another 0/1. Or the Last Wind, which is kill an ally to summon a 3/3. Very versatile. Another great control unit. I always grab this card. I love this card when I play my Viego decks. Viego Mordekaiser. I also grab the Fading Icon. Just necessary blockers or a chunky 3/3 for 1 mana. Very versatile. I love it. I would definitely put it above the Stygian because of the versatility. Is it better than the Bostress Host? No. Okay. Warden's Prey, 1 mana, 1/1. Last Breath, create in hand. Another random Last Breath follower that costs 3 or less. Meh. Not really a great card. I don't like randomness in my cards. And this definitely has randomness. Bad stats. Just bad card. I mean, might go D, honestly. Another D card. And I think actually this is better. Let me just read this one more time. The next time you revive an ally. Okay. Create a copy of me in hand. I don't think I'm missing anything. You're just getting another 1/1 mana 1/1 in hand. It's not getting buffed. I'm trying to think of a combo. So if you give this Deathless, so if you give this Deathless and it dies, you're getting another one in hand. Is that the combo? Is that how you do this thing? Anyway, I definitely think this is better than that. Is this F tier? No, I don't think so. It is a Last Breath unit, and you're getting another unit in hand with Last Breath. So, it's not F tier. Arachnoid Horror, 2 mana, 3/2, fearsome. Great spider. Stats are good, and it's a fearsome. Great unit. I would go, and it is a spider. Obviously, Elise likes this card. You know what? I think it's here. I think the Aristocrat is definitely better than the Arachnoid Horror. This is pretty versatile. This is just a 2 mana, 2 HP unit, but that's pretty much it. It's just aggro. I think that's a good spot. It is. I think it is better than the Sinister Poro, but weaker than the Aristocrat. Okay. Ceaseless Sentry, 2 mana, 2/1, Last Breath, draw 1. Another great card for Shadow Out spells. Hate Spike, Death's Grasp, Crumble, all that good stuff. So, because of that, it's gonna go great at any stage in the game. By the way, another card that the enemy most likely won't want to block, just so you don't get the draw. Is it better than the Wings and the Wave? It is definitely better than the Stygian Onlooker, I think. But is it better than the Wings and the Wave? I think so. Drawing is always great. Is it better than the Host? No. Okay. Crawling Viper Worm.
Hello, good sir. How is your day?
Great, man. Happy Father's Day, by the way, to whoever is a father. Sup, soy what? Crawling Viper Worm, 2 mana, 3/2. To play me, I strike an ally or deal 3 to your Nexus. I don't see. I mean, you could always go Shadow Wild Demacia Shyvana if this does strike the Nexus. That's 3 points for Shyvana, but I don't think you ever want to hit your Nexus for 3 to drop a 2 mana unit. But I mean, if you have a Last Breath units or something you want to kill, You're getting a 2-mana 4/3 Fury Dragon, which is great. Again, I wouldn't make. There are good dragons in the in Shadow Isle. I mean, there's that one, and then there's the 4-cost that's really good. Yeah, the Camavorian dragon is really good. And then of course there is Erastin. I think it's the best. Erastin is by far the strongest dragon in the entire game. So where do you go? It's a B tier. Not better than Bark Beast. I'll go here. I think that's a good spot. Maybe here. Or maybe here. Nah, I think this is better. Might change it later though. Cursed Keeper, 2-mana 1/1, can't block. Last breath summon in the Escaped Abomination. There was a point where, by the way, the Escaped Abomination is a 4/3 unit. There was a point where it was a 4/2. Let me check the game just to make sure it is a 4/3. Because like I said, there was a point where it was a 4/2, which is bad. Yeah, it's a 4/3. That's really good. A great unit for a great target for the Oblivious Highlander. 1-mana 1/1, and then you're getting a free 4/3 after. I personally don't grab this card. It is of course another great unit for Shadow Isle spells. But it's kind of, I don't know. It's a weird one. It can't block. I'm gonna rate it as much as a Ravenous Butcher, because if you're grabbing this card, you're probably gonna do aggro Shadow Isle, like Bark Beast, Ravenous Butcher, Cursed Keeper, Oblivious Islander, something like that. Is it better than the Ravenous Butcher? No. Is it better than Bark Beast? No. It might be C, honestly. Because there is the issue of if you don't have a way to kill it, then it's just a unit that can't block. You know what I mean? But you are getting a 4/3.
It's too difficult for me to understand what you do.
What I do? As in with the tier list? I'm sorry, man. I gotta stick with the same routine as every tier list. But if I lost you anywhere, you can ask me. I'm gonna put it there. I think it is better than the Sentinel. Only because it's a great target for Shadow Isle spells. This is getting Giga carried by the Hecarim points, by the way. Maybe right there. Okay. Evershade Stalker, 2-mana 2/2. Can't block, fearsome, ephemeral, Nightfall, create a copy in main hand. Now, if anyone has played Runeterra for a long time, you've probably encountered the 2 Glorious Evolution and then Infinite Evershade Stalker combo. But very hard to pull off. That is the only time I would play this card. I would never grab this for Nocturne or Diana or anything like that. Not a fan. But I'll keep it at a C. I'll keep it at a C. There is. Oh, you know what? Hold on. Is there a combo where? Ooh, there's a combo with the Crimson Court, and you just drop a bunch of these until you level up Mordekaiser. I think I remember something like that. Yeah, you have 2 Crimson Courts. You can drop infinite one of these, and then Mordekaiser gets leveled. Because units get reduced by units get reduced by 1 per Crimson Court. So there are nasty combos with this thing. So I'm just gonna keep it at C. I think that's fair. Fading Icon, great. Units, 2 mana, 3/1, blocks Fearsome. Then you summon a Prey, which is a 0/1. So you're getting 2 mana for 2 units. It's not... you know what? I do think it's better than the Wings and the Wave. Sorry. Is it better than the Sentry? No, I don't think so. I'm just going to put it right above the Wings and the Wave. Keeper of the Box. Cultist card. 2 mana, 2/2. Fearsome. Once you've equipped an ally this game, grant me lifesteal. And of course, you can equip it to get it to grant it lifesteal. Great unit in Darkened decks because it'll help you get to late game with some lifesteal action. It is a Fearsome, so most likely you're going to be able to hit face without much disruption. Evershade for Nocturne? No, I would not grab Evershade for Nocturne because it's just a waste of mana spend and it dies. Not a fan. I would not grab this for a Nocturne deck, and I don't think anyone would. A good Nocturne player would not grab this. There's way better cards. So Keeper, I would go. It's a good unit. Is it A tier? Not A tier. Well, I don't know. Is it A tier? You throw the tough equipment on this thing, Joral's equipment, and she's a 4. Joral's thing is 2 and tough, right? 2 HP and tough. Let me just verify. Let me verify real quick. Equipment. Oh no, 1 HP and tough. So it becomes a 2 mana or 2 mana 2/3 tough fearsome lifesteal. I mean that's if you're against a Zetarelia and you're blocking 1/1s, they're not dealing any damage. It's a great control card. We'll keep it at A for now. I think it deserves an A tier. Lonely Chime Slime, 2 mana 2/3. When another ally dies or last breath, plant 4 chimes in your deck. Backline unit with great stats. Definitely, like you have to kill this thing, otherwise they're getting so many chimes and planted. Is it S tier? I think it is S tier. Great unit. If this is left unchecked for 5-6 rounds, they're probably outscaled by then. Their hand is giga buffed. So I'll keep it at S for now. Okay. The Mask Mother. 2 mana 2/2 fearsome. A little bit weak on the stats. Play kill an ally to grant me its stats and keywords. Mask Mother is good at any stage in the game. So basically you're killing an ally, and then whatever its keywords and stats are, you're adding +2/+2 and fearsome. Very scary unit. Is she A tier? She can... I mean, obviously it's a kindred card. I wouldn't go as far as A tier. Maybe A tier. I don't know. I don't know if it's 8. It might be. It might be. We'll keep it there for now. I'm not gonna overthink it. It might be a low A. Mignon, filet mignon, 2 mana 2/1 minion. Last breath, create a copy of me in hand at the next round start. Infinite unit. Very good with. I do grab this if I'm ever making a Bandletree deck, or even Shadow, like even Kindred or Nasus or Viego would probably like this card. Again, it's an infinite unit. If it dies, you get another one in hand next turn. Is it A tier? It doesn't block Fearsome, so I don't feel right putting it at A tier. And honestly, I would put it maybe here. Maybe right there. Okay. It's either here or here. Let's go there. Alright. Miss rates. 2 mana 2/2. Fearsome. When I'm summoned, grant other allied miss rates everywhere +1. Miss rates, of course, you can win games with by themselves. You don't need champions. You don't need other. I mean, there's other followers like the 4 mana. Where is she? The Wraith Caller. That summons a miss wraith. Definitely S tier. You can win games with this without anything else. Late game, they get to 10 attack. 2 mana 10 attack Fearsome. You can even go Freljord to just freeze the board, and they just can't block anything. I personally wouldn't, because you want to guarantee the allegiance. I don't like running other regions if I want to guarantee the allegiance. But either way, I mean, there's spells in Shadow Wall that can handle all that. So definitely S tier. I would go maybe right there. Okay. I do think this is better. Well, Oh, this is if this is better, it's only because of Atrocity. But I mean, well, not only that, but they're at some point in the game, like turn 7, turn 8, they're getting a board of these with like 60/60 or something. Which is definitely a threat. Like they probably won by that point. So I think this is right behind it. Phantom Butler, 2 mana 3/1, Fearsome, and a Hollowed. This is definitely better than the Boisterous Host. Only because of the Fearsome. It's just slightly better. It's not A tier, but it's definitely a B tier, high B. So I'll keep it right above it. Redeem Prodigy, 2 mana 2/2. Attack summon and attacking Ghastly Band. Definitely an A tier unit. Not the greatest HP, but if they don't answer this thing, you're summoning another. Ghastly Bands, of course, are 2/1 hollowed units. So if this thing keeps attacking without getting killed, which is not hard to do, 2 HP is easy to kill. The opponent's getting a bunch of +1s from hollow points. So, is this better than Mask Mother? Yes. Is it better than Keeper? No. Okay. Sea Scarab, 2 mana, 2/3. Deep unit. When another ally dies or last breath, toss one. This is a much needed deep card. There was a point where deep decks didn't have this card. And then this was added, and it was the perfect bridge. This is the best deep card because this will get you to deep better than any other card. Definitely another A tier. I would go as far as the strongest A tier. Because this can, like I said, this will get you to deep very quickly. The stats are great. And then, of course, once you hit deep, it becomes a 5/6. Helps you find Nautilus or Maokai faster. So, if you ever find this, like if you have this at turn 2, you're off to a great start. If you're playing you're most likely playing a deep deck. I don't see why you would grab this unless it's deep. Anyway, great unit. If the Chime Slime is up there, this should honestly be up there too. I think we bring this down here. Is it better than the Chime Slime? Is the Sea Scarab better than the Lonely Chime Slime? I do think this is better. But this is definitely right behind it. Okay. That feels better. Shark Chariot. Beloved Shark Chariot. 2 mana, 3/1. Good stats. Can't block Ephemeral. Last breath. The next time an ephemeral ally attacks, revive me attacking. You're summoning this thing. It can't block. You're kind of taking a hit, most likely. But it pays off later in the game if you're ephemerals. Another great Hecarim unit. The Hecarim loves this card. Definitely A tier. Shark Chariots can just go very wide and become a nuisance late game. I do think it's better than these guys. Is it better than the Keeper? It is a lot of pressure. But the Keeper is so good against control. I do think it's better than the Keeper. But not better than the Chime Slime. Okay. And does the Mask Mother deserve to be A tier? Does this deserve to be A tier? This easily dies, man. I think this should be high B. And Mask Mother should also be high B. But probably... Yeah, I think I glazed the Mask Mother too much. Yeah, I don't think she deserves A tier. I think I'll go here. It's a weird card. But it is good late game. For a +2/+2 in Fearsome. And we'll just keep it there. I might come back to it. But for now, this feels good. Soul Shepherd. 2 mana, 2/3. Great stats. When you summon an ephemeral ally, granted 1/1. It's bad enough that ephemeral allies get +1 attack. They're also getting +1 HP, so they're harder to kill. Another A tier unit. A backline unit with 3 HP as a 2 cost is fantastic. Definitely scarier than the Shark Chariot. Soul Shepherd with a bunch of ephemeral can carry the game. I think, man, I think I'll put her right above the Shark Chariot. Hmm. And maybe I do this. Let's keep it like this for now. Stirred Spirits. 2 mana, 3/2. Good stats. Support, grant my support ally +2 and ephemeral. I don't know if this applies. Does the support ally get the Hecarim points? Like, does this happen and then the Hecarim point is activated, or does this just not activate Hecarim points at all? It's hard to judge unless I know. If it does give Hecarim a point, then it's okay. If it doesn't, then it's a bad card. I'm gonna assume it doesn't. So I'm gonna go as far as D tier. It's not F tier. The stats are good. Grab my ally support +1, and actually this works. Wow, this works really well. I just realized with where is he? Yeah, the Deathless Knight. He's granted +2 attack. Actually, no, he's granted +3 attack and +1 HP. Because ephemeral. So this is a great unit with the Deathless Knight. And because of that, I'm going to have to shift him to C. Deathless Knight is buffing him. If I were to make a Deathless Knight deck, it would definitely be with Stirred Spirits and Oblivious Highlander. Okay. So high C. Salter, 2 mana, 1/3. Chunky but low attack. When I'm summoned, summon a random husk. It's okay. There's really nothing special. Husks are such a gamble. There's, I think, 7 husks at least. But they are, I mean, you are getting a +1 HP on the next unit that you drop, and they're getting a keyword, so it is a good unit. Not amazing though, so I would go maybe right here. Aristocrat I think is better. Well, this is getting buffed by the Hecarim, so I'm gonna keep it there, I think. Okay. Yeah, I think this is better than the Arachnoid Horror. Well, no. Maybe right there. Okay. Mid B. Thorny Toad, 2 mana, 3/1. Last Breath, toss 2, and heal your Nexus 2. Blocks Fearsomes, heals your Nexus. Thorny Toad is a great control card. Another great card with deep decks. Very good control unit. If you're against aggro, this will keep you in the game. I'll go. You know what? I'll go here. I'm gonna come back to Mask Mother. She's kind of tricky to figure out, but I think this is a good spot. Okay. Alright. Tufted Web Spinner. 2 mana, 3/1. Spider. Fearsome. Okay stats. Play if an ally has a different subtype than me. Give an enemy -2 this round. Give an enemy, not grant. Womp womp. It's a Nico card. And even so, I don't think I even grab this with Nico. I guess the idea is this is going to hit face because it's fearsome. Not really a fan. It's... I wouldn't even put it at B tier. It is a spider though, but a different subtype means you're not going to run this in a spider deck because you need a different subtype obviously. So you don't grab this with Elise. I don't know. C? We'll keep it at C for now. I'll come back to it. I'm trying to think of decks other than Nico. If an ally has a different subtype than me, give an enemy -2 this round. I mean, that can be useful. Why can't it be Grant, you know? Would that be too strong if it's Grant? Probably. I wish it was Grant and enemy -1 this round. But maybe that would still be broken. I don't know. I don't think it would be broken. I don't know. We'll keep it there for now. Blighted Caretaker. 3 mana, 2/1. Horrible stats. Play, kill an ally to summon 2 saplings. Saplings, of course, are 2/1 attacks with Challenger and Ephemeral. Good control units. You kill a unit and you're getting basically 3 units on the board. And then you can pick off the units that you don't want. Also, move them away from your strong attackers if you'd like. Pretty versatile. I think there was a point where this was a 3/1 and then they nerfed it to a 2/1, but it's still strong in my opinion. Weaker than these, but stronger than the rest of these, I think. That feels like a good spot. Maybe right here? No. Definitely better than the Salter. Better than the Arachnoid Horror? Sure. Okay. Buru Sentinel. 3 mana, 3/3. Fearsome. Already good stats. The first time you kill an ally with a spell, grant me +2/+1. So it becomes a 5/4 Fearsome. Notice how she's a 1 mana, 1/2. Becomes a 3/3. Well, I guess the idea is the same, but this is just better. Well, is he better actually? Hold on. Is the Buru Sentinel better than the Irish Sentinel? Miss Irish. She can hit face turn 1 easily. He doesn't. And because of that, I would think he is weaker, no? I think so. I think he's just barely weaker. Because turn 3, they can block Fearsome. Turn 1, they can't block Fearsome. So, I would have to put her above. I see no other way that he's better. Carnivoran Soldier, 3 mana, 3/3. When I'm summoned, summon an Encroaching Mist. And of course, Encroaching Mists get buffed when they buff Encroaching Mists everywhere by +1/+1, and also buff Viego with a +1/+1. This unit is great at any stage in the game. Buffs Viego, buffs Encroaching Mists everywhere. Like you drop this at turn 10, you're dropping a 3/3 and a 10/10. And you'll still have mana for Atrocity if you've saved enough. Is it A tier? I don't think it's A tier, but it's definitely high B. This is definitely better than the Prodigy. Yeah, for sure. This is definitely better than the Prodigy, but is she better than the Keeper? Yes, also yes. Okay. Conductor of the Mist, 3 mana 4/2, hollowed. Last breath, create a ghastly band in hand, which is a 1 mana, 2/1, ephemeral and hollowed. This is a weaker. What's the other hollowed we talked about? The 3/1. Yeah, this is a worse than that one. Worse card than that one. This is a fearsome, which is most of the time is not gonna get blocked. But this is easily blockable, and it's definitely worse than the Boisterous Host. And in fact, it goes all the way down to, I think this is the Salter better. No, it is a hollowed unit actually, so I can't really drop it too low. Better than the Mask Mother? Is it better than Thorny Toad? No. I don't think so. Is it better than Minion? Let's see. It's the idea that it doesn't have fearsome or any other keyword. It's 3 mana. You know, we're getting kind of expensive. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's weak. I think maybe it's right here. Maybe even weaker. Maybe down here. It's not C tier. There's no way it's C tier. I'll just put it right above Mask Mother. I don't want to be too harsh, because you are getting another unit in hand, so another hollowed unit in hand, so right there feels good. Mid B, mid to high B. Darkwater Scourge, 3 mana, 5/5, lifesteal, ephemeral. Big stats for lifesteal. Also very hard to kill. This is a great unit for Mask Mother, by the way. Holy moly. This actually buffs Mask Mother now that I think about it. You drop Mask Mother on this thing. You don't, of course, get the ephemeral keyword, but you get the lifesteal. You're getting a 2 mana, 7/7 lifesteal fearsome. I mean, that's just, if you're against aggro, GG, you won the game. I'll still keep her there. This is a B tier. Very good card against aggro. I think, right? Is it better than Mask Mother? No, I can't say that. I think right there. I'll just put her right below Mask Mother. She's really throwing me off. And that seems fair. Okay. Only because this is a great card for against control, or against aggro. Okay. I might come back to it. Dead Bloom Wanderer, 3 mana, 3/2, lifesteal. When I'm summoned, toss 3. Another great control card. It's not better than Thorny Toad, because it's, let me explain why. Thorny Toad, if it dies, it's gonna heal your Nexus too. This, if this gets mysticked or dies, it's gonna heal your Nexus no matter what. This, if it gets mysticked or hate spiked or whatever, you're not getting the lifesteal anymore, or the heal to your Nexus. So I would go, maybe right there, right above the Darkwater Scourge. It is very good against, or if you're playing deep, of course. And if you're against Aziralia, I mean, you can block a Blade that's dealing 1 attack and still keep this thing alive. It is definitely better than that. I'm actually gonna shift the conductor to here. Better than Mask Mother, yes. Better than Darkwater Scourge, yes. Okay. Right below the Thorny Toad, feels fair. Doom Beast, 3 mana, 3/2, Nightfall, drain 2 from the enemy Nexus. 3 mana, 3/2, not the greatest stats, also no keywords, but you are fucking 2 HP from the Nexus. There's been a lot of times where I lost to Doom Beast, like I was at 2 HP and they just Doom Beast with the Iron Conquest, and they just keep draining. Doom Beast is a good card, good control card too. I would go, is it better than the Darkwater Scourge? Yeah, yes. Is it better than Mask Mother? You do have to activate Nightfall, so that's kind of hard to do, but easy to do late game. Maybe right there. I might be too harsh on the Doom Beast. Maybe it deserves to be up here. It's definitely not A tier. We'll keep it there for now. Frenzied Skitterer. 3 mana, 3/3, good stats, fearsome. When I'm summoned, give other spider allies +1 and enemies -1 this round. If Elise is leveled, all the spiders have fearsome, and challenger, of course. This buffs the spiders and gives the enemies -1. This is a really good finisher. And if you're at turn 6 and you have 2 of these in hand, you're getting, you drop both of them, and the enemy's getting -2. Spiders are getting a +1 attack. +2 attack. So great finisher. High B tier. I wouldn't go as far as. Is it A tier? Might be an A tier. I do think it's better than the Chemovoran Soldier. The stats are great, fearsome. It's other spider allies, not itself, but still. Might be the highest A tier. This is a very scary card, and you can soul cleave this thing. There is a combo where you soul cleave this thing and you're summoning 2 of them, and then the enemy's getting -2. So you're dropping this, they're getting -1. You soul cleave it, they're getting another -2, and the spider allies are getting +2. So in total, it's gonna be -3 attack on the enemy and +3 attack on the spiders. Like, most likely you've won the game right there. So high A. Not S tier, but high A. Because this is not going to carry the game. This is just a tool. These guys carry the game. Alright. Iron Harbinger. 3 mana, 2/4. Fearsome. Attack, grant me +1 for each ephemeral ally you have. There is a reason we don't see this card. I'm trying to think, like, how can you make it work? It's fearsome, I get it. But fearsome can only take you so far. By turn 3 and above, the enemy has access to higher stats units, so 4 HP is good. But this won't really do much. Like, okay, you'll kill 2 units, or it'll die to after 2 attacks. Is it B tier? I guess. I don't want to drop it to C tier because it is definitely better than these guys, but weaker than everything else. Well, let me think for a sec. It is a grant. This is infinite for each ephemeral ally you have. Maybe we should just keep it right above these two. Maybe right there. I'll just keep it there. Not gonna overthink it. Legion of the Severed. 3 mana, 4/2. Good attack, low HP. Play Grant Deathless to an ally in hand. Deathless, of course, is like a resurrection. If an ally dies, it gets resummoned. Same attack, but 1 HP, and it gets stunned. Deathless, of course, is fantastic on Mordekaiser and Viego. So, and Meduli, of course, if you're doing the chime decks. Great units. Deathless is very strong. I would go as far as here, maybe. Sorry, excuse me. Okay, sorry. There is the issue if you don't have any units, worthy units of Deathless. So maybe, gosh, maybe right here. I think we keep it right there. Okay. Alright, we'll keep it there for now. Moonlit Glenkeeper, 3 mana, 2/3. Fearsome. When you summon an ephemeral ally, granted +1. Nightfall, summon a sapling. And then the sapling does get the +1 attack. So it's a 3/1 challenger. Backline units. This is like a worse. This is a worse Soul Shepherd. For some reason, they gave it Fearsome. Even though it's a backline unit. So, yeah, it's just a worse Soul Shepherd. It is B tier. I wouldn't go as far as A tier. But it's definitely a high B. Mid to high B. Maybe. Let's see. When you summon an ephemeral ally, grants it +1. Not sure. Pretty good control unit. Because they're getting a sapling. It's got to be Nightfall, though. Tricky. Thorny Toad. Is it better than Thorny Toad? I think so. And I do think it's... I don't know. Let's just keep it right there. Right above Thorny Toad, I guess. Phantom Prankster, 3 mana, 0/3. No attack. This is the definition of a backline unit. When another ally dies, deal 1 to the enemy nexus. The HP is good considered for the cost. Prankster is very annoying to deal with, especially if they're running a bunch of ephemeral units, ephemeral deck. This thing can carry the can win the game by itself. Is it S tier? Is the prankster S tier? Again, it can carry the game by itself. Like if they have two pranksters on the board, and they summon like, you know, 6 shark chariots or 6 ephemerals attacking, and they all die. That's 12 damage instantly. So I have to put this at S tier. Very strong card. Like the 3 HP. If it was 2 HP, I would definitely drop it down, way down. But 3 HP is very good. Now, man, yeah, I'll keep it at S tier for now. I think it's a lower S tier than these guys, but S tier for sure. Scribe of Sorrows, 3 mana, 2/3. When I'm summoning, create a copy in hand of an ally that died this game. Create a copy in hand of an ally that died this game. What's so random? A random ally that died this game. Can't even block Fearsomes, by the way. 3 mana, 2/3. Can't block Fearsomes. You're getting a random ally that died. It's not C tier. Is it even D tier? Man, this might be the first F tier. Create a copy in hand of an ally that died this game. Nope. I think this is our first F tier. If it was a 3/3, I would put it at D tier, but like by turn 3, you know, you've lost maybe a hapless aristocrat or, you know, a fading icon. They're not reduced. It's just bad. I would never ever run this card. So F tier. Solari Sentinel, 3 mana, 3/2. Okay, stats. I'd much rather have, if at turn 3, much rather have 3/2 than 2/3. 100%. You need to be able to block Fearsomes at this point. When I'm summoning, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. Okay. Good at any stage in the game. Obviously for a darkness deck. I do grab this card for darkness decks. If Vagar's leveled, the darkness is going to deal, you know, 10 at some point. So you have a 2 mana, deal 10 to anything. Stats are good. So not A tier, but definitely high B. Is it better than the Moonlit Glenkeeper? No. But better than Thorny Toad? Sure. Let's just keep her there. Alright. Soul Spinner. 3 mana Spider, by the way. 3 mana, 3/2. Looks like Jax. When I'm summoned, grant me +1/+1 and Fearsome if an ally died this round. So it becomes a 4/3. I'd never grab this card. It doesn't have Fearsome to begin with. Stats are meh. The +1/+1 and Fearsome are also meh too. Like it's such a weak buff. Like it's gonna be a 3 HP after the buff, which is should be the base for a 3-cost unit. So it's a D tier, I think. This is definitely better only because of where you at, brother? The Deathless Knight. This I never run, but it's not horrible. Man. The only thing that's keeping me from dropping it to F tier is that it's 3 attack. And it does become 4 Fearsome, so I think here is a low D, honestly. Okay. I do think the Warden Spray is better. Okay. Spectral Surveyor, 3 mana, 2/2 lifesteal, and then Explorer card. This is one of the best Explorer cards, only because of the lifesteal. You're basically getting a 3 mana 2/2 lifesteal, and you can choose to heal the Nexus 2 with the 2 mana spell. So a lot of control. Definitely high B. Wouldn't go as far as A tier, but definitely high B. Maybe, is it the highest B tier? No. Is this better than the Keeper of the Box? No. Is it better than the Prodigy? Yes. Okay. So right there. The Undying, 3 mana, 2/2. Can't block. Last Breath, revive me at the next round start and grant me +1/+1 for each time I've died. So Undyings, you're spending 3 mana on a unit that can't block. But luckily, Shadow Isle has a lot of spells. A lot of control spells. Like I would run triple Hate Spikes, triple Death's Grasp, triple Crumble if I'm running an Undying deck. And that compensates for this can't blocking. So Undying's a very interesting card. Is it? It's definitely A tier. Is it S tier? Can you win with Undyings? Now, of course, they don't have keywords. They're just big, meaty units that can't block. So I think a low A tier sounds good. They can sometimes pressure so much, but that the enemy can't block, or the enemy just loses all their units. That doesn't necessarily mean you're gonna win the game. So there's ways to stop this. They can just take the damage, but of course you're gonna control the board and Hate Spike and Death's Grasp and stuff to make sure you get the buffs and clear the board. So maybe I'll keep it low A for now. I wouldn't go as far as S tier, because the payoff is it's way later in the game. Well, not way later, but maybe 2 or 3 rounds after. Vorra, 3 mana 3/2. When I'm summoned, summon a random husk. Is this better than the Salter? Yes, actually. He doesn't block Fearsomes. She does. Period. So right above him. Sounds fair. All right. That is all the 3 costs. We got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then champions left. Let's take a quick break. Ancient Crocolith. To play me, kill 2 allies. 4 mana, 7/7 Fearsome. Incredible stats. Also a great unit for the Undying. A lot of units would benefit from this. I mean, there's a reason we don't see this. You have to kill 2 allies to summon this thing, and you don't always have that option. It's a B. I mean, the stats are so good, but you can make this work. I would maybe put it right there, or right above the Crawling Viper Worm. I don't know why it's called a Viper Worm. It's just a dragon. Anyway. Okay. That seems fair. Astro Fox, 4 mana, 3/3. Fearsome. Weak on the stats. Kill an ally to deal 3 to the enemy Nexus. This is like a... It's like a weaker Noxian Fervor. Kill an ally to deal 3 to the enemy Nexus. Another unit that would benefit from the another unit that the Undying would benefit from. Astral Fox. I mean, the stats are okay. I don't get why they gave it a 3/3 and fearsome, but I mean, it's kind of an aggro card, so I guess that makes sense. It's definitely better than the Crocolith. It is a pretty good finisher too. You know what? I think it is high. Is it better than the maybe here? I think right there is good. I wish it was deal 3 to anything. Instead of the enemy nexus, then it would be really strong. But maybe a little too strong. Okay, but anyway, dealing three to the nexus to kill an ally is so good. So I think right there is fair. Okay. Camavoran Dragon, 4 mana, 4/4, Fury, Fearsome. To play me, I strike an ally or deal 3 to the nexus. Much like this thing. When I kill another unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. So as soon as you kill an ally, you're draining 1 from the nexus. Very strong unit. Very good control unit too. So definitely A tier. Camavoran Dragon is so good. It's definitely better than the Soldier too. Is it better than Undying? I think so, definitely. But weaker than everything else? Yeah, this seems fair. You can almost carry the game with this, but again, it's only draining 1 from the nexus every time it kills another unit. So it's too slow to carry the game, but it's really good at control. Pretty good against Aziralia too. Every time you kill a blade, it's considered killing a blade, right? They don't get obliterated. So I'm pretty sure. So you're draining 1 from the nexus. Not to mention it's getting bigger and bigger. So very strong card. Chronicle of Ruin, 4 mana, 3/3. Play, kill an ally, then revive it. Another incredible unit for the Undying. Are we just getting a bunch of Undying support after? Yeah, very good with Undying. You're killing it, reviving it, and then you're getting another Undying. Basically, you're getting 2 Undyings after using this. 4 mana, 3/3. Not the greatest stats, but Undying does buff this thing. I don't see another unit that would benefit from this as much as Undying's. So Undying is carrying this thing. I would go maybe here. It's not better than the Sentinel. Maybe the Sentinel should get up there. Only because, you know, at any point in the game, getting a Darkness, even late game, will, you know, finish the game off. If Vega is on the board. Maybe this should be high B tier. And because this is just a weaker Soul Shepherd, this should be here. I'm going to be fair. As fair as I can. And then this... this can stay here. It's not that strong, but it's definitely better than the Astral Fox, I think. Okay. Actually, is it better? This is killing an Undying and then reviving it. This is killing Undying but dealing 3 to the Nexus. But you're also getting a Fearsome. But this is reviving. You're getting 2 Undyings with this. This has to be better. Okay. Okay. Death Grasp Cultist, 4 mana, 3/4. Fearsome. When I'm summoned, or you summon a Titanic ally. which of course is Mordekaiser. This is a Mordekaiser follower. Curse, the strongest enemy with terror, which I think is a 2-mana -3 attack curse. When you summon a Titanic ally. There is a combo where you just keep getting... You keep summoning Death Grasp Cultist. I forgot the combo. 4 HP. It is a backline unit. 4 HP is pretty good for a 4 cost, of course. I would go here, maybe. It's only a curse. There's nothing too special about this, but if you keep summoning Titanic units, they're gonna keep getting terrored. A 2-mana curse, 2-mana cost curse, but -3 attack, I think, is how it works. Okay. Is this spot good? It is, of course, only a curse. Maybe right there. I do think granting a unit deathless is worth more. Okay. Well, gosh, maybe this is too generous. But only because I've experienced the combo and it's pretty annoying, I'm going to keep it there. Dusk Rider, 4-mana 3/4, fearsome. Nightfall, grant me +1 for each time you've activated Nightfall this game. An expensive Nightfall card. And it's only fearsome. Again, fearsome can only take you so far. I would never grab this. Yeah, the card makes no sense. For turn 4 is, we're starting to enter late game, and fearsome's not gonna do much. Nightfall grant me +1 for each time you activate Nightfall. I don't know if this is infinitely stacking. Like, if you play another Nightfall, does this still get another +1? I don't know. I don't care to find out. C tier. Well, man. If these are B tier. If these are B tier, this has to be B tier too. Well, I mean, this is a 3 cost, but this is a 4 cost. I don't know. I mean, you have to activate Nightfall, and Nightfall is kind of hard to do. Not easy to activate Nightfall that many times. So, is it a high C? This makes more sense than this. Like, this is good for aggro than this. Maybe this should get dropped to C tier 2. She makes sense with Nocturne. This doesn't. So, this feels better. Okay. Ghostly Paramour, 4-mana 3/3, Lifesteal and Hollowed. This unit can hit the Nexus in a Hollow deck. You can hit the Nexus for like +10 attack and Lifesteal so much. I think this is my least favorite Hollowed unit. Not saying it's well, actually, it is definitely better than the Conductor. So maybe we put it right above. I definitely think this is better than the Conductor. But maybe it's up here somewhere. 3/3 is not great for 4 cost. I'm just gonna put it right above this thing. And let me actually shift these two back here, I think. Well, or maybe this here. No, I'll just keep it there. I'm not going to overcomplicate it. Moving on. Grave Companion, 4-mana 1/5. Great HP, garbage attack. Each round the first time another ally dies, draw 1. It's a draw mechanism. Draw engine. It's the first time. It's not every time. They put a limit on this thing. I would never grab this. Ever. Yeah, I might. I'm thinking of putting it at F tier. Let me just analyze this really quick. The first time another ally dies, draw 1. So you can only draw once, and it's a 4 cost. Can't block fearsome. 5 HP is good. The whole thing with this thing is draw. This is F tier, I think. Is it better than the Scribe of Sorrows? Yes, for sure. But I would never grab this card to draw stuff. It's just the stats are not good. Like if it was a 3-3, it'd be way better than a 1. Well, would it be? Is 1-5 better than 4 mana 3-3? No, actually, not in this case. But you're spending 4 mana just to draw once. Like it's not so much the stats, but it's this thing. If they didn't put a limit on it, like each round, well, not each round, when an ally dies, draw 1, then I can see the argument. Maybe I throw it at D tier. Maybe I'm being too harsh. I'll go D tier and I'll put it right there. I think the Soul Spinner is worse. And again, I'm not 100% on this thing. But I'm going to assume there's a combo to this thing that I haven't figured out. So, mid to low D so far. Spirit Leech, 4 mana 4-2, kill an ally to draw 2. Much better. I love, this is a great card to draw. Spirit Leech is great. I love grabbing Spirit Leech in my Viego deck. Also, Mordekaiser loves this card. So, where do you go? Kill an ally to draw 2. 4 mana, 4 attack is good. 2 HP is a little bit on the weak side. But the effect is why we like this card. Draw 2 is great. Better than Minion. And everything else here. But weaker than everything else here. Is it better than Doom Beast? You know what? I do think it's better than the rest of these. Is it better than the Legion? Yes. I'm not going to underestimate drawing 2. Maybe right here. Great draw engine. Well, not engine, but great effect. Sorry, one sec. So let's keep it there for now. High B. Okay. Tenor of Terror, 4 mana, 1-3. Horrible stats. Impact, whatever. When I'm summoned, if you've played a created card or killed a unit with a spell this game, summon a Bass of Burden, which I think is a 3-1 impact. So you're getting 4 mana. You're getting a 1-3 impact and a 3-1 impact, which doesn't seem that wow. Yeah, not a fan. I'll go C tier. I'll go here. Not a fan. Highest C tier though. That seems fair. 4 mana, 2 units, 2 impacts. The other one's dealing. The other one has 3 attack. It's okay. You know what? Maybe No, at this stage in the game, Impact is worth more than Fearsome, actually. So I'm going to keep it there. Watcher of the Isle. 4 mana, 2/4. Good HP, bad attack. Each round, the first time you kill a unit, with the spell, deal 2 to the enemy nexus. Another limitation, it's only the first time you kill a unit each round. Now, if it was deal 2 to when you kill a unit, deal 2 to the enemy nexus, would it be broken? I don't know. I don't think broken, but definitely much stronger. The limitation is a pretty big nerf. I mean, it was always like this, but I'm just saying. It's still okay. Like I would say it's it's better than Crocolith. Better than these two. Better maybe right here. It doesn't block Fearsomes though. Okay. Maybe I should put it right behind the Death Grasp Cultist. Because I do think this is better. Okay. Wraith Caller, 4 mana, 4/3 Allegiance, summon a Mistwraith, and of course Mistwraiths are these guys. Wraith Caller is great, especially if you Soul Cleave her. You're getting a full board. We actually ran a tournament well over a year ago, and someone did the Wraith Caller Wraith Caller Soul Cleave combo, and they completely turned the game around. This is high. Well, is it A tier? It's not A tier, but it's definitely high B. Or yeah, high B. It's definitely stronger than the Chemoforan Soldier. 4 mana, 4. You're getting a 4/3, which is, you know, good stats. And then you're getting a Mistwraith, which is a huge unit. And then Soul Cleave Giga buffs this, so I'm gonna keep it at high B. Soul Cleave Giga buffs this unit, so we'll keep it there for now. Amalgamation of Vile Rites. 5 mana, 5/3, Deathless. To play me, kill an ally. Last breath, heal your Nexus 2. Okay. To play me, kill an ally. Last breath, heal your Nexus 2. And it is a Deathless. So if it dies, it's going to heal your Nexus 2 and then get resummoned. And I'm assuming it's going to have the last breath effect again. I forgot how Deathless works, actually. But anyway. Stats are okay. No keywords for a 5 cost. Now, like, it's starting to get expensive now. Kill an ally, last breath, heal your Nexus 2. Healing 2 is kind of pathetic at this stage in the game. So I'm gonna actually drop this guy down here. Right there. Amalgamation. A high C tier, maybe. It is a Mordekaiser card because it is a 5 attack unit, and Mordekaiser loves 5 attack units dying. So I guess Mordekaiser kind of buffs him a little bit. I'll go maybe right after the Crocolith. A low B tier. I could be wrong though. There might be a sick combo with this thing, but I haven't seen much. So I think we'll keep it there for now. Okay. Deathless Knight, my man. 5 mana, 5/5, great stats, fearsome. When I would gain ephemeral, grant me +1/+1 instead. The Deathless Knight, except if you vengeance him. Is he S tier? You can definitely win the game with Deathless Knight. You could, what you could do is go Ionia and then Dawn and Dusk, a Deathless Knight. And you're getting for 6 mana, you're getting 2 more Deathless Knights that are, wow, like the same stats, but with an extra +1/+1. So if this thing is at a 8/8, you're getting, for 6 mana, you're getting 2 9/9s fearsome. And there is a card, by the way, I think it's called Song of the Isle, that grants an ally lifesteal, ephemeral, and fearsome. Now we already have fearsome, but you're granting the Deathless Knight lifesteal and +1/+1 for 2 mana, I think. Let me look it up really quick on my phone. Song of the Isle, Song of the Isle. I think it's 2 mana. Yeah. Grant an ally lifesteal, fearsome, and ephemeral. He loves that card. You can definitely win the game with the Deathless Knight. I'm going to actually shift him right here. I do think he's stronger than the Prankster. There is a lot of support cards for the Deathless Knight. Like I said, let's see, there's, where are you? The Oblivious Islander. And then, of course, this guy. And I'm sure, and there's a lot of spells. A lot of spells. Like, there's a 1 mana spell that would grant him +3/+3. What is it called again? Let me take a look. Mark of the Isle. Grant an ally 2/2 and ephemeral. Insane. There's a lot of good spells and a lot of good cards that support the Deathless Knight. So he's elevated to S tier. By default. Would love to make more decks around him. Ethereal Remitter. 5 mana. 4/3. Weak stats. Kill an ally to summon a random follower that costs 2 more. So already this guy's meh. No keywords. Killing an ally to summon something that costs 2 more is a gamble. It's a good unit. It's an okay unit for Undyings, but you are taking space. I'm not a fan. I would go C tier. But because this is a Deathless or an Undying support, I think the Stirred Spirits is actually better than this thing. Honestly, this should get bumped up to high C, only because of Deathless Knight. The rest of these, like, are so meh. Like, they make no sense why you would grab these cards. Not saying they're bad, but you'd have to get out of your way to make these guys work. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll keep him. We'll keep him there. Alright. Mistkeepers, 5 mana, 3/4. Horrible stats. Not horrible, but not great. Each round, the first time you kill a unit with a spell, summon an Ephemeral Mistwraith. Ephemeral Mistwraith. And Mistwraith, of course, is this. I don't even grab this card in a Mistwraith deck. Because in a Mistwraith deck, you're not running kill spells. You're running like Iron Conquest, summon an ephemeral copy, stuff like that. So this card makes no sense to grab in a Mistwraith deck. So because of that, I'd have to go. It's also the first time you kill an ally, so that's already another nerf. Makes no sense to grab. I might shift it, honestly, to D tier. Might even drop it to F tier, honestly. Like I said, it doesn't make sense why you would grab kill spells in a Mistwraith deck. And then this thing has no keywords, weak stats. This card makes no sense. And because of that, it goes F tier. And honestly, it might actually be worse than the Scribe of Sorrows. First time you kill an ally with a spell, summon a Mistwraith. And it's ephemeral too. Holy moly, dude. Yeah, worst card so far. Neverglade Collector, 5 mana, 2/5. Good HP, bad attack, but it is a backline unit for good reason. When another ally dies, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. The Neverglade Collector is a better prankster. In my opinion, this is much scarier to deal with than the prankster. Now, she is cheaper, but this guy drains, whereas this is dealing 1 to the nexus. I would much rather deal with the prankster than the Neverglade Collector, because she's easier to kill. Even though this is 5 HP and we have access to vengeance and stuff, she dies to hate spikes, aftershock. This dies to death's grasp and vengeance, and nothing below. You know what I mean? So because of that, S tier. This thing can carry the game. Okay. Shadow the Hedgehog, 5 mana, 2/5, fearsome. Weak attack, good HP. When I'm summoned, draw Vex, which is good. I have +1 for each different time you've played Gloom this game. It's different time. So, best case scenario, it's probably going to be like a 6/5 fearsome. The best thing about Shadow is you draw Vex, honestly, in my opinion. And nothing else really. Like 5 mana. I guess in a Gloom deck, fearsomes are better because you're cutting their attack low. You're getting their attack lower. So it's not that great. The draw Vex part is really good. The draw Vex is what's bumping it up. I'll go. Gosh, right here. Mid B. Maybe right after the Watcher. Okay. Alright, good enough. Tortured Prodigy, 5 mana, 4/4. When another ally dies, refill your spell mana. No limitations now. That's good. That really helps this card and not gets it to F tier. There's a reason, of course, we don't see this card ever. No keywords. It is a backline card. 4 HP is not great. It's a D tier. When another ally dies, refill your spell mana. It reminds me of that one Ionian card, but this is just way worse. The singer guy. I think he's a 1/5 attune. If 3 allies died, refill your mana and draw 1 round start or something. This is just a worse card. Way worse card. I'll go. Is it the lowest D tier? Maybe right there, I think is fine. I'm going to shift the Grave Companion to high D. Tortured Prodigy. I think that's a good spot for him. Okay. I don't know if I've ever put 2 cards in F tier in other tier lists, but anyway. Wraith of Echoes, 5 mana, 2/5. Good HP, bad attack. Round end for each ally that died this round. Grant all allied copies of it everywhere +1. Obviously, it's a spider card, spiderling card. Very good card. Is it 8? It's A tier. Because for each spiderling that dies, they're getting giga buffed. I would go as far as it's better than Undying, better than that, better than these guys. Maybe right. Soul Shepherd is definitely stronger than this. So maybe right there. Okay. That feels good. Keep it there. Eternal Dancers, 6 mana, 3/6. Attack, revive an attacking ephemeral copy of the strongest dead ally other than Eternal Dazzle with my power or less. Kind of complicated. So you can revive an attacking ephemeral copy. I actually haven't fully understood this card because I wanted to revive Gwen, but Gwen leveled becomes a 4 attack. So you can't revive leveled Gwen, but you can revive her non-leveled, which is good. And then, of course, there's the infinite combo, an infinite attack combo with this thing and the Ruined Reckoner from Noxus, which does buff this quite a bit, honestly. Yeah, I mean, 6 HP is good. Hollowed units, 3 attack. If you can get 2 attacks off this thing, it's pretty good. Revive an attacking ephemeral copy of the strongest ally that died this game. They do become ephemeral though. Maybe right there. High B, but not quite A tier. Not quite A tier, I think. But maybe it is. I don't know. Is this better than the Solari Sentinel? I think so, but not better than the Wraithcaller. Okay, we'll keep it there. Alright, we're getting close. Grim, 6 mana, 5/3. Plague, grant a unit 4 Gloom. It's like a baby, almost a baby Vengeance. Attack is a little bit on the weak side. 3 HP is really bad. But it's really the effect why you grab this card. You're almost vengeancing a unit. -4 is really strong. Grim is pretty good. Not A tier. Let's compare him to maybe... He's definitely better than Shadow, 100%. Well, yeah, he does draw Vex. Yeah, he's definitely better than Shadow. Maybe right there. Right below the Glenkeeper, but better than the Chemivorn Soldier. Okay. Ishtali Sentinel, 6 mana, 4/5. Weak stats, Lifesteal. When I'm summoned, create a darkness in hand if you don't have one. When you play your next darkness this round, copy it targeting the enemy nexus. This is a good finisher, by the way, or also instant Vagar level up. Because at this point in the game, your darkness is probably hitting for 5 at least, 4 or 5, if Vagar has ever touched the board, or you hit the you struck with the 2-cost 3/2. I can't remember its name. The unit that buffs darkness damage by +1. So good units. Whoa, wrong one. Is it A tier? It's definitely better than the Solaris Sentinel. Good control unit too. But I don't think it's A tier. It is a finisher though. Maybe it is A tier. This is I think this deserves A tier. And maybe it is better than the Wraith of Echoes. It's not quite a finisher. Well, it could be a finisher actually. Tricky. Tricky. Where does it go? It is definitely better than the Camavoran Dragon. Is it better than Shark Chariot? No. But it's better than Wraith of Echoes? Yes, I think so. Much better stats, also lifesteal. Okay, we'll keep it there. Moving on. Kerox. 6 mana, 5/4. Whenever a this is a weird card, by the way. A tentacle card that's in Shadow. Whenever a non-tentacle ally dies, or Last Breath, spawn 2. I need to make the next Alawi deck it has to be with Kerox, because for a long time I never realized this card existed. So, Kerox, 6 mana, 5/4. A little bit weak on the HP, 5 attack. I wish it was 4/5 than 5/4, because it is a backline unit. Yeah, I mean, every time an ally dies, I'm so glad it's not the first time an ally dies in a round, spawn 2. So you can keep spawning infinitely in one turn. Is it A tier? The 4 HP makes me say no. Is it weaker than the Eternal Dancers? Man, the 4 HP is throwing me off. I think I'm going to put it right below Grim. It's pretty hard to keep this alive, but not impossible. Okay, let's keep it there. Overgrown Snapvine. 6 mana, 5/3. Fearsome. Weak stats. When you play a follower, kill it to summon an Overgrown Snapvine. So, a good way to make a deck around this thing is you just run the Snapvine and then just run a bunch of cheap followers. It's giga cheap. Pesky, Aristocrat, and you just go full board with a bunch of Snapvines. You can also go Iceborne Legacy to buff all the Snapvines everywhere. A very interesting card. I wouldn't go as far as S tier, because they can always kill the original Snapvine with because it's 3 HP. Is it better than the Camavoran Dragon? Sure, but not better than these guys. So we'll keep it there. Okay. Soul Gorger, 6 mana, 3/7. 3 attack is pretty weak. 7 HP is great. Lifesteal. Man. Against aggro, this is too expensive. Soul Gorger makes very little sense because it's expensive. If you're against aggro, the game is probably over before you drop this. Anything past mana, anything past 4 cost, well, anything past 4 cost with lifesteal is probably useless for the most part, because lifesteal is only good against aggro. Lifesteal's not going to help you late game. It's not going to help you finish the game. But it's very good against aggro. And aggro players are probably going to finish the game by turn 4 at max 5. So, I like the concept. It doesn't make sense, though. Definitely not F tier, though. I wouldn't go F tier. 7 HP lifesteal with 3 attack is great. I would go maybe here. A high C. And if I were to get hate on any comment, it would probably be because of this. But I think I made a good argument. And again, there's a reason we don't see the Soul Gorger being played. And the concept's cool. Doesn't make sense though. So I'm afraid I'm gonna have to drop him to C, high C. You know, whatever. If you can somehow, if you are against aggro and you're kind of struggling, but you know, you've held your ground as long as you could, and then you drop the Soul Gorger, you can maybe pull out of it. So, I'm being too generous. I think I should drop him to here. The Grave Companion is better than the Soul Gorger. This makes more sense than this. So I have to do this. I think here is fair. Like that, actually. And maybe I'm being too harsh on the Soul Spinner. It is a spider. Stone Grammy +1 fearsome finale. That is right. This is, I think, better than that. Let me bump this up to here. Okay, that feels better. Alright. Spectral Ironhide to play me kill an ally. When I'm summoned, summon the 1000 claved Deathwinder? Hold on. I think it's an 8-5. Let me just make sure. Look it up on the phone real quick. Where is it? 6 mana, right? Yeah. Shadow Isle. Okay, there it is. An 8-4. So kill an ally to summon a when I'm summoned, kill an ally. To play me kill an ally. When I'm summoned, summon the Deathclawed Deathwinder, which is an 8-4 fearsome. Good unit. I mean, good trade. Kill an ally, you're getting 2 massive units. Both that Mordekaiser likes. I would say, I mean, I wouldn't go too far up. It's 6 mana with no keywords. The other one has fearsome. Fearsome's not gonna do much. So this is definitely better. Is the Death Grasp Cultist better? Yes. Is Shadow better? Yes. I'll keep it right here, right after the Watcher. Okay. The Ether Fiend. 6 mana, 5/3. Kill an ally to kill an enemy. Basically a vengeance. Kill an ally to kill another unit. Stats are on the weak side, but you're basically vengeancing a unit, and you're getting a 5/3 fearsome. So pretty good. If it was a kill an ally to kill a follower, it'd be really bad. Or not worth at all. But there's no limitation, so this is very good. Is it better than Grim? Yes. Same stats, same keywords, but this is killing an enemy. Like if they have a, I don't know, what's a massive, like a leveled Volibear. 4 Gloom is not going to do much. But this is killing Volibear. So, much better. Is it better than these guys? No. I'm just going to put it right above the Grim. Invasive Hydravine. 7 mana, 7/6 fearsome. When I'm summoned all round start, summon Encroaching Mist. Okay. I was actually thinking about this offline. If the Hydrovine does summon an Encroaching Mist on summon, and it does, that bumps it up really high up. Is it S tier? It's so close to S tier, but it's such a good control unit. Like, you're getting Hydrovines every turn. The stats are good. 6 HP is a little bit weak on the 7 for a 7 cost. But you're getting Encroaching Mist, and by this stage in the game, the Encroaching Mists are at least, 6/6, 7/7, somewhere there. So right there feels good. I think the Frenzied Skitterer is stronger because of the Soul Cleave combo. But other than that, you know what? Maybe I'm being too generous. Maybe right there. That feels good. Is the Ishtali Sentinel better? This is a finisher. This is not really a finisher unless the miss rate or the Encroaching Miss are so huge that you have to you need Atrocity, but she already creates a darkness, so this makes sense that it's better than this. So we'll keep it there. Mid to high A, somewhere there. Or just exactly mid A. I want to say mid A, but I want to see low A. It feels so bad if I say mid to low A, because this is a really good card. But all of these are really good cards. Anyway. Moving on, almost there. The Rekindler, 7 mana, 4/4, horrible stats. When I'm summoned, revive the strongest dead ally champion. And Nivea, of course, loves this card. This is Nivea's best friend. You don't really care about this the stats. It's more so the effect. Revive the strongest dead ally champion. So for 7 mana, you're getting... I mean, it's not up there. It's definitely 8 tier. For 7 mana, you're reviving the strongest dead ally champion, you're getting a 4/4. So, very strong. I would say... Definitely better than that. Definitely better than that. Is it better than the Hydrovine? I don't know. Maybe right there. I'll keep it there. Desinata, 8 mana, 7/6. No keywords. When I'm summoned, create a darkness in hand. If you don't have one, your next darkness this round costs 0 and gains ideal damage to all enemy targets. It doesn't hit the Nexus. That's why Desinata is weaker than the Ishtali. It's basically a board wipe. I don't grab Desinata for good reason. She's always better. I always grab her. I never grab Desinata in darkness decks. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not really a fan of this card. I mean, it's okay. It helps. You don't care about clearing the board. Like, Vhagar has to be leveled at this point. So I don't know. She's 8. She costs 8, 7/6, no keywords. I'm really not a fan. Is it C tier? I'll give it C tier. Maybe it's low B actually. Let's drop it to low B. Maybe right above the Crocolith. Sure. I think that's fair. I don't want to drop it that low. Alright, we'll keep it there. Whatever. Erastin, the Disgrace. 8 mana, 8/4. Fearsome. When I'm summoned, grant me Deathless. Attack, give enemies -1 this round. I want it. There we go. S tier. Best Dragon. Might be the best Shadow Wall units, by the way. Follower, I should say. But if that's the case, it should be the first one. Erasin's crazy. Like, unkillable unit. Soul Cleave it, you're getting 2 more Erastins. You attack, the enemy's getting -3. Very, 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 very strong unit. S tier. This unit can easily carry the game. Is it better than the Dark Wraith? By turn 8, the Dark Wraiths are at 100, like 100. No keywords, of course, but I mean, you just need Atrocity or just keep pressuring. And the Rastin's an 8-4, so I can't really. This has to be stronger. So I'll keep it. I'll keep this right here. Not stronger than Mist Wraith, but definitely weaker than that. I mean, not weaker than Mist Wraiths, but definitely weaker than that. Okay. Necrotic Arachnoid, 8 mana, 5/8. It's a Titanic unit, by the way. Yeah, just like Erastin. When I'm summoned, summon 2 Necrotic Nestlings, which is 2 2/2s that are fearsome. Let me just verify this real quick. Yeah, 2 mana 2/2s, fearsome. When an ally dies, drain 1 from the enemy access. Only drain 1 is kind of pathetic. Like, come on, it's turn 8. The game should be wrapped up by now. They should at least bump it to drain 2. Like, this is a worse Neverglade. Neverglade is always better than this. But it is a good unit. It is definitely A tier. It's not S tier. I wouldn't bump it to S tier because it's too expensive for this somewhat of a weak effect. So where does it go? It's definitely better than these guys. Better than here. Better than here. Right there, maybe? Am I being too generous with these guys? Maybe all of these 4 need to be shifted down. I think the Shtali should be here. For sure, because she can carry. These can't, so this makes more sense. Shark Chariot... Whoa, sorry. Yeah, Shark Chariot here. This here. Hydrovine here. That's it. Okay. Well, Snapvine should be there. And then these are just backline units. Okay. We'll keep it like this for now. Moving on to my boy Rasa the Sunderer. 8 mana, 8/6 fearsome. Play, kill the 2 weakest enemies if an ally died this round. Rasa, I think, is underrated. If the enemy plays Feel the Rush and you've killed it, I think it's Feel the Rush. Summon 2 champions, give them 10/10. And you have Rasa somehow in hand. Kill an ally, drop Rasa, you've killed the 2 10/10s. Not to say you can carry with Rasa, but the effect is really strong. Usually late game, the enemy has... It's not... You're not against... If you've made it to turn 8, you're probably not against aggro. You're probably against big units, like big 1 to 3 big units. And Rasa is really good against that. So, is he A tier? Not quite. I wouldn't go as far as A tier because you could always get screwed, and you know they don't have the best 2 weakest units to kill. I don't know. It's a hit or miss, but most of the time you're gonna hit. And you know you're not carrying with him. He's an 8/6, sure. The attack is good, but he's only fearsome. If he was overwhelmed, I would definitely put him A tier. Maybe S tier, maybe. But Fearsome 8-6 is not gonna do anything late game, unless you wipe the board somehow and he's dealing 8 damage. But that's very unlikely. So is he better than Etherfiend? No. Is he better than Grim? Yeah, I think so. So we'll keep him there. The Spectral Matron. Man, the Matron has been sucking Heisho so good that Heisho's buttermilk is buffing her so high up. Because of the Heisho combo, Matron Heisho combo, she is very, very, very strong. Now, does she carry the game? Pretty much. If you drop Heisho, you've probably won. And you're probably going to use her on Heisho. So, it's crazy. Elder Dragon decks have just warped the game so much. Matron plus Heisho is the strongest combo in the entire game without question. Because you can Matron Heisho and then not drop another Heisho and then drop another huge unit. And you've won the game. Period. So, where do you go? Is the Matron the strongest follower? I have to say yes. Like, Matron into Heisho can even beat a bunch of dark... Like, they can just bury it in ice, and that's it. All the Dark Wraiths are gone. So, Matron has to be the strongest follower. Now, it's just weird to say that, because she's not carrying the game, but she's opening the door to the biggest combo ever made, ever. So, I have to keep her there. Terror of the Tides, 8 mana, 6/5. Really? I thought it was bigger than that. Yeah, it is 6/5. Okay. Oh, yeah, because it's deep. It becomes a 9/8. That makes sense. Sea monsters have Fearsome attack, give enemies -2 this round. Terror of the Tides is the strongest deep card. Definitely stronger than the Sea Scarab. Honestly, it's probably S tier. I'm thinking S tier. This card can finish the game off. You have a bunch of deep units. Attack. They're probably not going to block much. Is it better than Arrestin? I don't think so. But better than... Is it better than Miss Wraiths? I don't think so. Maybe right there. I think that right there is good. Right there feels good. Okay. Commander Ladros. The general himself. 9 mana, 10/6. Fearsome. Play. Deal damage to the enemy nexus equal to half its health rounded up. So if the nexus has 20 HP, Ladros chops it down to 10. If it has 10 HP, Ladros chops it down to 5. Last Breath, return me to hand. So if they kill Ladros, he goes back into hand, you can replay him. Ladros, of course, can finish the game off. So S tier. You play Ladros, the Nexus drops to 10 HP minimum, maximum. 10 HP maximum. And then you can Atrocity next turn. Very strong. You can definitely win the game with Ladros. Ladros plus Atrocity. So where do you go, Ladros? I think you go. You're definitely better than the Terror. Better than Miss Wraiths. Sure. Better than Arrestin? I don't think so. Only because of the Soul Cleave combo. Now, he's not a finisher. He's not the ultimate finisher, but you need Atrocity. Again, Fearsome is not gonna finish the game off. He just chops the enemy Nexus. But at least Erastin gives them -1, and you can soul cleave him and get a bunch of Erastins, and then they give -3 attack. So Ladros, I feel, is he better than the Terror? Honestly, maybe not. I think here's good. Okay. And the Scuttlegeist, 10 mana, 5/5. Horrible stats for 10 cost, but I cost 1 less for each ally that died this game. I actually want to make a deck with Piltover and this thing. It's kind of like the Plaza Guardian. It's kind of like the Plaza Guardian, but is it better? I don't think it's better than the Plaza Guardian because he has quick attack, and that's more useful than Fearsome late game. But yeah, this is a worse Plaza Guardian. How good is the Scuttlegeist? It's okay. There's a lot of ephemerals, a lot of ways to kill units in Shadow Isle, so you can get this to 1 to 2 cost, you know, by turn 7, 8. Now, do you ever grab it? Sure, you can go Piltover with this thing and just make so many copies of it in hand. And they're all going to be 0 cost at some point in the game, so you can get a bunch of Scuttlegeist, 0 mana, 6/6, 5/5s, and all that stuff. And that buffs it. Piltover buffs this thing quite a bit because you can make copies. And because of that, let's go ahead and I think 8's here actually. And let's go. Is it better than the Snapvine? Yeah, I actually think this is better than the Snapvine, but not better than the Hydrovine. Okay, that is it for Shadow Isle followers. Give me a sec. Let me pull up the champions and Shadow Isle champions. Okay. That is all the followers. Let's move on to our champions. Elise, 2 mana, 2/3. Great. Great stats. Fearsome. Attack summon an attacking Spiderling. Round start, if you have 3 spiders, if three other spiders, she levels. She becomes a 2 mana, 4/3. So the HP stays the same, but she gets +2 attack. If not the only champion that does that. Other spiders this leveled Elise have Challenger and Fearsome. Elise is without a doubt the strongest 2-cost unit, and honestly, looking at all this, she might be the strongest champion in the Shadow Isle. But we'll take a look. I would definitely put Viego up ahead of her, but she's probably right behind Viego. Karista, 3 mana, 3/4. Fearsome, I've seen 3 allies die. Pretty easy to do. There's even a 2-cost spell that does that. Each round, and then 3 mana, 4/5 when she levels. Each round, the first time I attack, revive an attacking ephemeral copy of the strongest dead allied follower. This round, we're bonded, and it takes damage for me. Yeah, Kalista's strong, but not that strong. The stats are great. The level up is meh. Gwendolyn. Oh no, my phone. Sorry. 4 mana, 3/4. Weak attack, but she has quick attack and hollowed attack when another ally gains power from hollowed, so do I. Drain 2 from the enemy nexus. Great control unit. I've dealt 10 damage and then to level her up. And then attack when another ally gains blah blah, so do I. Then drain 1 from the enemy nexus. Drain 1 from the enemy nexus 1 time for every 2 power I have. So every 2 plus attack power she has, she drains 1 from the main nexus. She's definitely better than Callista, but weaker than Elise, in my opinion. Kindred. Four mana, 4/3. Weak HP, quick attack, good attack. Each round, the first time you slay a unit, I mark the weakest enemy. Round start or round end, kill units with my mark. Control champion. I've seen you slay 2 units with my mark. Not hard to do. And then leveled up each round. The first time you slay a unit, grant me +2/+2, and I mark the weakest enemy. So she scales, but she's definitely weaker. I think she's weaker than Gwen because she's control. I think Gwen is a better control than Kindred. Same cost, but she drains and she has better HP. Maokai, 4 mana, 2/4, no keywords. Each round, the first time you summon another ally, toss 2 and summon a sapling. Your units have died or your cards have been tossed 25 times. Very hard to do that. Maokai takes a long time to level up. But when he does, obliterate the enemy deck, leaving 4 non-champions. Now, of course, you can level Maokai and then Watery Grave and just win the game. That's the Maokai combo. Watery Grave hyper carries Maokai. But I would say he's right here. Not the greatest, really. He's pretty easy to kill too. Nocturne. 4 mana, 5/3. Fearsome. Nightfall, grant an enemy vulnerable and give enemies -1. You've attacked with 5+ Nightfall or Fearsome allies. Pretty easy to do. And then other allies, when he's leveled, he's a 6/4. Other allies have Fearsome. When you summon another ally, give enemies -1 this round. That's why Nocturne doesn't like the Dusk Rider, or not even so much the Shade Stalker, because you want cheap units with Nocturne so you can keep giving the enemies -1. Nocturne is better than Callista, better than Maokai, better than Kindred, not better than Gwen. I don't think, because again, Neff's same cost, weak HP, pretty easy to kill. Gwen is pretty tanky and much better at control. Vhagar, 4 mana, 1/4, horrible stats. 4 HP at least is decent. He's a late game champion. When I'm summoning, create a darkness in hand. If you don't have one, round start, grant your darkness everywhere +1. Sorry, extra damage. To level him up, you've dealt 12 damage with darkness. That takes a while. But when he levels, 4 mana, 2/5. When you play darkness, it can target anything. So Vhagar takes a while. He thankfully doesn't have to see the darkness damage, otherwise he'd be garbage. So he can just stay in hand until you've leveled him up, and then drop him. He's at 5 HP, kind of hard to kill, and then you just hit the nexus every time. I would say Vhagar is better than Maokai and Callista. Is he better than Kindred? I don't think so. Right there is good, I think. Vex, 4 mana, 5/4. Attack, grant the strongest enemy Gloom. You've granted Gloom 5 different times. And then when she's leveled, 4 mana, 6/5. When an enemy gains Gloom, it gains it again. So -2, -2. So she's a 4 cost, but way better stats than these guys. I would say, Right there. Vex is not a huge threat. She can be annoying, but her abilities are very basic. She's not hard to handle. So right there feels good. The thing with Maokai is he's like Vhagar, except honestly I think he's better than Vhagar. Because he can just sit in hand until you've tossed in whatever. You drop him. And then Watery Grave. Because as soon as he's leveled, boom. Obliterate and then Watery Grave. But he somewhat heavily relies on Watery Grave. So he's a weird one. I think Maokai is actually... Man. Right there. He's an amazing finisher, but a horrible unit on the board. I don't know. He's weird. I don't know where to put him. Maybe right there. He's a better finisher than Vhagar, I think. Okay. Senna. 5 mana, 4/4. When I'm summoned or attack, create a darkness in hand. If you don't have one, your damage and kill spells accelerate to fast if they're slow. I've seen you kill 3 units with spells or an allied Lucian died. And then level up, she becomes a 5/5. Your damage and kill accelerate to fast and costs 1 less. She doesn't really carry games. She's just the worst. She's just Vhagar support. She supports Vhagar. Is she better than Vex? No. Is she better than Callista? Yes. Well, yeah. She's better than Callista. Senna alone can't... I mean, I've done it once. I think only once. But it's probably because the enemy had a bad hand. Anyway. She's good at control, but not that great at finishing the game. Thresh. God save you. 5 mana, 3/6 challenger. I've seen... HP is great. 3 attack is meh. Challenger's okay. I've seen 6 units die. He has to see it. That's the issue. He has to see 6 units die. Level up. The first time I attack this game, summon another attacking champion from your deck or hand. The first time. And the effect is only once. Thresh is the worst champion in the entire Runeterra game. Moving on. Hecarim, 6 mana, 5/6. Overwhelm. Good stats. Attack, summon 2 attacking spectral riders, which are 2/2s. You've attacked with 7 ephemeral allies. Which is not hard to do. He summons 2 ephemerals immediately. So if you've attacked with 5 ephemerals, all you need is you drop a Hecarim attack and boom, he's leveled. And then on level up, grant your Nexus ephemeral allies have +3 attack. So it's grant your Nexus. You don't need Hecarim anymore to get the effect. Hecarim is better than Gwen. Not better than Elise. Viego. 6 mana, 6/5. Each round, the first time another ally dies, summon an Encroaching Mist. And Encroaching Mist buffs other Encroaching Mists everywhere +1/+1 and Viego's. I've seen allies with 20 plus total power die. Now that is hard to do, but Viego is very hard to kill, especially with Deathless and him getting +1/+1 frequently. Viego is for sure the strongest Shadow Isle champion. His level up, round starts, steal the strongest enemy this round. If it's a champion, kill it. Very, very strong. Strongest champion in the entire game. Leveled Viego is stronger than leveled Asol. Because if they're both leveled, round start, Asol dies. Unless he's not the strongest unit on the board, but he probably is. Mordekaiser. 7 mana, 5/8. Challenger, good stats. Great HP, weak attack, a little bit weak attack. Play, kill up to 2 allies. When you slay another ally, revive it. Allies have died. 15 plus allies have died. Allies with 5 power count twice. Mordekaiser takes a while to level up. And then when he does, attack for the rest of... This is the attack effect. For the rest of the game, when you slay a unit, drain 1 from the enemy nexus. Only 1. He is challenger, but not a huge fan of Mordekaiser. He's definitely better than Vex. Is he better than Vhagar? I don't think so. I think this is good. I think this is correct. Viego, Elise, Hecarim, Gwen, Nocturne, Kindred, Maokai, Vhagar, Mordekaiser, Vex, Senna, Callista. This looks right. Strongest is Vega, weakest is Thresh. Okay. Man, this might have been the longest tier list video. S tiers. Yep. She's only here because of Heisho. I spit on that combo. Erastin, Misray, Terror. Yep. All strong. I don't know if she's S tier. We'll keep her at the weakest S tier. That seems fair. Anyway. And you know what? Actually, Deathless Knight should be... I think this is good. Weakest S tier is Deathless Knight. Because again, he's fearsome. Like, his stats are incredible, but he is fearsome. You can maybe throw in, go like Freljord and give him Overwhelm, but he needs some assistance. But his stats and effects carry him pretty hard. Strongest 5 cost, honestly, in the entire game. And then A tiers, yes. Man, if she's A, how is he S? He's definitely better than her. Her thing is a one-time effect. Deathless Knight just grows so infinitely. And then you can even Atrocity with him. Anyway, we'll keep it like this. Yep. This is A tier. Sure. Again, Piltover carries this thing, and hopefully I don't forget, but I want to make a Piltover deck around the Scuttlegeist. Okay. That is it for the Shadow Wall tier list. Let me know what you guys think, if you agree or disagree. And take care.